Welcome to episode 16 of the Creationism versus Evolution series, The Axioms of the Theory. In this episode, we dive into the challenging problems faced by the theory of evolution. Unlike ignoring these issues, scientists actively work on them, proposing solutions and demonstrating occurrences. Yet it's clear that not all problems have been solved, leaving the theory imperfect and not fully explanatory. Evolutionary theory isn't an existing theory per se, but a trend towards explaining all findings naturally. There's not a multitude of options or paths for science to choose from. For those who adopt a materialistic view, there's only one choice: to find some formula of evolution, work on it, and hope it improves as science advances. But for non-materialists, simply being skeptical is enough to avoid forcing oneself to believe in absurdities, allowing the complexity of the world to remain a mystery and a source of wonder about what lies beyond, not just a figment of imaginary chemical functions that have always existed. Harvard University's Richard Lewontin wrote, "It's not that the methods and institutions of science somehow compel us to accept a material explanation of the phenomenal world, but on the contrary, that we are forced by our a priori adherence to material causes to create an apparatus of investigation and a set of concepts that produce material explanations, no matter how counterintuitive, no matter how mystifying to the uninitiated. Moreover, that materialism is absolute, for we cannot allow a divine foot in the door." George Wald also stated, "The reasonable view was to believe in spontaneous generation, the only alternative to believe in a single primary act of supernatural creation. There is no third way." For this reason, many scientists a priori accept the doctrine of spontaneous generation as a philosophical necessity. Despite this, we are compelled to believe in spontaneous generation because we observe that life exists now, indicating it must have arisen spontaneously in the past under different conditions. Richard Dawkins has said, "A theist can say, 'I do not have an explanation for the complex biological design. All I know is that God is not a good explanation, so we must wait and hope for a better one.'" Darwin made it possible to be an intellectually fulfilled atheist. This shows how evolution serves as an intellectual crutch for atheism. Carl Sagan pointed out, "The time available for the evolution of life seems too short. But since life did appear on Earth, we have further evidence that the evolution of life is highly probable." This suggests a circular reasoning approach. Can the Messiah lie, ignoring the immense improbabilities against spontaneous generation? The discussion of evolution's problems is part of regular research. However, because of creationists who eagerly seize upon every juicy quote from a researcher, there's a certain caution and vagueness in how scientists express themselves on evolutionary problems to avoid being associated with creationists who might use the material in a negative and unprofessional manner. Dr. Colin Patterson, a scientist from the British Museum of Natural History, experienced backlash after stating his view that there was no evidence for the theory of evolution, illustrating the contentious nature of this debate. In summary, while the theory of evolution aims to explain the diversity of life through natural processes, it faces significant challenges and skepticism. It's a topic of ongoing debate, with strong opinions on both sides. The pursuit of understanding our origins continues, with each side bringing valuable perspectives to the conversation. If this episode piqued your interest, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more. Your engagement fuels our journey into these captivating debates. Stay curious and connected with us.